Hi everyone, I'm Kundan, and today in this class we are going to learn more on how to build up vocabs. So, for example, when we are learning till A1 and A2, we got to learn few words which are very much required in everyday today life. Yeah. So when we speak or make small and basic sentences, and these words are very helpful. So we will, as promised in the beginning, that we will build um, on vocabs. So in this class, we will focus mainly on simple words, not very difficult one. But after you learn these and practice more and more on these words, I can assure that you will be able to form basic sentences. And once we start learning more on grammar, and then these words will become vital to kind of think and form small sentences. Yeah. So now we will move ahead and see a few words. And before that, let me tell you a few things about how the article works. I think I have given an introduction in the previous class, okay, episode 5 or 6. Yeah, 5. The basic stuff like what is der, die, and das, right? So basically, in German we have three gender here. So the masculine one is having an article, definite article der, and the feminine nouns you will have d, yeah, and for neutral we are using das. Yeah, so for example, we can say der Junge, the boy, okay, and for feminine we can take example like die Frau, okay, die Frau, the woman, okay, and for neutral we can say das Buch, the book. Okay, so der, die, das. So der is for masculine, and die is for feminine, and das is for neutral. So when we learn any word or noun here in German, right, we have to learn with the article, okay, because it's not like English, okay, where you have every word with the, but here we have three does, okay, in German, right? Der, die, and das. So der is basically used for like masculine, and die is used for feminine, and das is used for neutral. So when you learn these words in the beginning itself, if you learn with article, that makes life much easier. Otherwise, the whole grammar is built upon these grammatic and these gender concepts. So once you mess it up, right, if you learn a word without knowing the real gender, then it will create problem going forward, right? So here, as explained in the previous class, the gender is not as per the real gender. Yeah, so it is basically a grammar which decides the gender here in German, right? So we can tell you, for example, the girl, right? Thus medicine. Medicine may be girl may be feminine in English, but here in German it is das medicine. That is neutral gender. So small things and all generally das. Yeah. So but a boy, der Junge, and the woman, die Frau. So she, the difference there, die and das. So we have three different article. Yeah, so let's start with our class today and see these vocab. I would urge you to learn these words by heart, practice it, pause the videos, watch again and again, memorize it, okay, and that will help you to build upon these words, okay, and that will be vital for basically A1. Yeah, so A1, in A1 level I would suggest that once you get more than 2500 words, it will be okay, you will be able to manage with that. But we will not go directly to 2500, right? So we have to build upon one by one word, and here in this class we will learn 200 very much required words. All right, so here now as you can see that in this PDF document we have 200 words, and I have already written it with the article here. You see, for the first one, there, so you have to memorize with the article as explained before. Yeah. So the first der Mann, I'm just reading it for you. Der Mann, that means man. Okay. Die Frau, that women. Okay, that is women. Das Kind, the child is called das Kind. Okay, das Kind, that you have to see, das Kind. And then der Junge, boy. Okay, das Mädchen, the girl. And der Vater, the see this one, der Vater, father. Yeah, die Mutter, mother. So you have to tell after me. Der Vater, father, die Mutter, mother, and then der Bruder, brother, die Schwester, sister, die Familie, family. So you have to just keep memorizing after me. Die Familie. Listen once with me, and then pause the video and then watch again and again, memorize, and then revise. That way you will remember it. Yeah. So 10th one is the Familie, the family. Then we have der Freund. This is which gender? You can see der. So obviously masculine. You see, friend, male. But same for weiblich or feminine, we use die. So die Freundin, female friend. Yeah. Das Haus, the house. So once you see the article, you should know that which gender it is. Yeah. So this is neutral in German because this is das. Yeah. And then die Wohnung, apartment. Die Wohnung, the apartment. And then we have das Zimmer. Yeah. Das Zimmer, the room. Die Tür, door. Die Tür, door. Das Fenster, window. Das Fenster, window. Der Tisch, table. Table is masculine, yeah. Der Tisch. And now we move on to next one. Yeah. So der Stuhl, der Stuhl, der Stuhl. Yeah. So chair. Das Bett, bed. Die Lampe, lamp. Der Schrank, cupboard. Cupboard is called der Schrank, so it is masculine. Yeah. Die Küche, feminine, right? Kitchen. Die Küche. And then das Bad, bathroom. Yeah. Das Bad, bathroom. Die Toilette, toilet. Die Toilette. And then we have die Schule, school. Die Schule, der Lehrer, teacher. Der Lehrer is teacher. And then we have die Lehrerin, female teacher. Yeah. So you see the after that end we have e and n as suffix. So this becomes female teacher. Yeah. So die Lehrerin. Okay, here in German we have separate. Okay, like for teacher, then you have to put in, English in, that becomes women teacher. Yeah. So then we have der Schüler. Yeah, der Schüler, student. Der Schüler, student. So generally when a word is ending with a and r, okay, so you will find most of them as the gender will be masculine. Yeah. All right, so let's move to 30th. Yeah. So 30th is die Schülerin. You see, again student but female student, because der Schüler and then we have this at the end, in, English in, right? So this becomes die Schülerin. Schülerin. student. Then das Buch, book, yeah, and der Stift, pen, der Stift, pen, and then der Bleistift, that is pencil, der Bleistift. So you see, this is ending with stift. So whatever the gender of this der Stift, same it will become der Bleistift, that is pencil. So you have to see the ending word. Based on that, generally it is always, I would say, not generally, it is the gender. Okay, we'll see several examples. Okay, so der Bleistift, pencil, and then das Heft, notebook, das Heft, notebook, das Papier, the paper, das Papier, paper, der Rucksack, backpack, the backpack, on the bag you put it, right? So der Rucksack, and then we have computer, der Computer. Then let's move to next one. Hope you have seen this. So der Computer, der Rucksack, backpack, yeah. And then we have das Handy. The mobile phone is called das Handy in German. Die Uhr, die Uhr, die Uhr, that is clock, die Uhr. And then we have die Tafel, board, where the teachers will write, right? So die Tafel. And then we have der Apfel, the apple. Apple is masculine in German, you see, der Apfel. And then die Banane, that is banana. And then das Brot, that is bread, yeah, neutral. And then die Butter, butter. See, these things may be neutral in some other language, but here it is, as explained before, this is determined by grammar. So if you don't remember the word with noun with this article, then it is almost not possible to write any sentence properly, okay, correctly. So this is of utmost importance. In German, you have to keep this in mind, that if you remember the nouns with article, half of the work is already done, right? That much important this is, yeah. So I'm emphasizing again and again that please remember these words with the article, proper article, yeah. So die Butter, so that is butter. Der Käse, der Käse. So we will form several sentences on these words. So if you memorize it, it will be really, really helpful. So die Milch, milk, die Milch, das Wasser, water, der Saft, juice, die Suppe, soup, yeah, die Suppe. And then we have das Fleisch, meat is called das Fleisch. And then 51, der Fish, okay, fish, der Fish, das Ei, the egg is neutral, you see, das Ei, this is read as Ei, egg, das Gemüse, vegetable, das Gemüse, vegetable, die Tomate, die Tomate, der, sorry, then again we have next one, potato, so die Kartoffel, potato, die Kartoffel, potato. So we'll see how to form the plural also in next class going forward. But as of now, let's concentrate mainly on the meaning and the article. So die Zwiebel, onion, die Zwiebel, onion. After I read it through, you have to just pause and memorize. And then we have der Salat, salad, yeah, der Salat. And then we have die Orange, yeah, die Zitrone, lemon, die Zitrone, lemon. And then we have die Erdbeere, okay, strawberry, D. Adverb. So R is pronounced from here, that you can see from the previous classes that we had from episode 1 to 4. Yeah, once you see those things, it will become clear how to pronounce. Yeah, D. Adverb. So der Hund, dog. Die Katze, cat. Der Vogel, bird. Der Vogel. And then we have die Maus, die Maus. And then we have das Pferd, horse. And then we have die Kuh, die Kuh, cow. And then we have das Schwein, pig. Das Schwein is pig. 67. And now the Schaf, that is sheep, yeah. And then the Ente, duck is called the Ente. Das Schaf, that is sheep. Das Schwein, pig. Now let's move to 78. The Biene, the bee, yeah. That's very dangerous. If it bites, it's, impact, right? That is called the Biene. And then the Stadt, city. Okay. Das Dorf is village. Das Dorf, village. Das Dorf, village. Die Straße, street. Der Weg. The meaning is path or the way. Okay. Der Weg. Die Brücke, that is bridge. Die Brücke, bridge. And then der Park, der Park. So when you see how to remember these words with, article, there are some rules also we will see, but as of now, these words you have to just memorize with article. Okay. And there are some few rules which may be correct sometimes. Okay, so we'll see that in next classes, but as of now, let's memorize with article. That's very, very important. And then der Garten, this is garden, der Garten. And then der Platz, that is place, square. Yeah. Die Kirche, that is church. Die Kirche. And then der Bahnhof. Der Bahnhof. The train station is called der Bahnhof. Very common word you will see here a lot. So that is der Bahnhof. And then der Bus. Okay, the bus. Der Zug. Train. Der Zug. And then we have car, right? Das Auto. Read it as Auto. Das Auto. And then that is car, yeah. And then we have das Fahrrad, bicycle. Das Fahrrad. Okay, that is bicycle. And das Flugzeug, airplane. Das Flugzeug, airplane. And then we have das Schiff. Okay, das ship. Okay, ship. And then we have das taxi. That's taxi. Okay, and then where der Bus will remain, that is the bus stop, right? So that is called die Haltestelle. Die Haltestelle. Then we go to 89. That is das Ticket. Okay, das Ticket. Die Reise. That is journey. Okay, trip. And then we have der Tag. Der Tag. And then we have die Nacht. Night. And der Morgen. Morning. These are very, very important words. Okay, every single second day you will hear these words. Okay, and then der Abend. Evening. you would have heard already by now. Guten Abend. Yeah. So this is good evening, right? So here der Abend, that is evening, and then der Mittag, noon is Mittag. Let's move. All right. So we are closing to half. Yeah. So die Woche, week. Die Woche, week. Der Monat, month. Der Monat, month. Das Jahr, year. Das Jahr, year. Der Frühling, spring. Der Sommer, that is summer. And der Herbst, autumn. So the winter and the season, you will see that they are ending with starting with der, right? That is the article for seasons. You see, der Winter, yeah, winter. But weather is not there. Yeah, see, keep that in mind. Das Wetter, weather. Die Sonne, okay, die Sonne, that is sun. Der Mond, that is moon. Die Sterne, stars. Die Sterne, stars. And then we have 107th one. That is der Himmel, sky. Sky is called der Himmel. Der Himmel. Remember that, okay? This is very important. Der Himmel. And that is sky. And then we have die Wolke, cloud. Die Wolke, cloud. Der Regen, okay? That is rain. You would have heard about umbrella, Regenschirm, okay? But here we are talking about der Regen, rain. And der Schnee, okay? Snow, der Schnee. And then we have der Wind. Wind is called der Wind. The similar, same, right? Das Meer, sea. And then der See is lake. So don't confuse between this sea and this See. Okay, the meaning is different in German. Okay, das Meer is sea, der See is lake, and then der Fluss, river. Okay, so Fluss in German is always masculine. Der Fluss. Okay, so river. Der Berg, mountain. Der Berg, mountain. You have to just hear this entirely with me, and then again you have to memorize. Pause the video, memorize, and then move to next page. Yeah, that's how you have to just finish this entire 200 words. Okay, the next one is das Tal. Valley is called das Tal. And then the forest, der Wald. Der Wald. Remember this, der Wald. And then der Baum, tree. Der Baum is tree. And then flowers, that is die Blume. Die Blume. And then we have das Gras. This is similar but not double S here. Okay, das Gras. And then we have das Tier. Okay, das Tier. Animal is called das Tier. And then das Insect. This is also insect, but this letter. Okay, this is not same as English. Okay, in English we have say here ka. Okay, so das Insect. Und dann we have die Schlange, snake. Okay, die Schlange. So next one is bird. So der Vogel, bird. Die Katze. Die Katze is cat. Die Katze, cat. Der Vogel, bird. Der Hund, dog. Das Pferd, okay, horse. Die Kuh, the cow. Die Kuh. Some words are repeating. Okay, so good for you. So you have less one than the swine, pig. Yeah, the Slav is sheep. Yeah, the Saf is sheep. And there's another word in German, Schlaf. Okay, so sleeping. Yeah, schlafen. But this is different. The Schaf. Okay, sheep. Das Huhn, that is chicken. Yeah, and this we have already seen before. But coming again, the Ente is duck. Die Maus. Okay, that is mouse. Yeah, der Frosch, frog is called der Frosch. See these three things, how we read as right? Der Frosch, like in English as sh is there, right? Same way. Der Frosch, frog. Der Fish, fish is an masculine. Yeah. All right. Then let's move to 136. Der Apfel, apple. Die Banane, banana. Die Orange, orange. Die Citrona, lemon. We have seen already, it is repeating. Okay, so die Erdbeere, strawberry. Okay, die Traube, grape. Die Traube, grape. So next one is die Käse, cherry. Okay, die Käse. And then this is very important, die Melone. So here in Germany you will find it. Okay, like in India we have, here in Germany also. Very tasty. Okay, die Melone, melon. Yeah, watermelon. So here only A is at end, remaining at the same. So you'll see some similarity in German also. Some words are like English. Okay, so you have to keep your mind open. Okay, so you have to observe how it is. Yeah, so die Melone, melon. Die Kartoffel, yeah, potato. We have seen that before already. Die Kartoffel, potato. And then die Karotte, carrot. Die Karotte. And then the Zwiebel, onion. The Zwiebel, onion. The next one is der Knoblauch. This is very important, garlic, right? So der Knoblauch. You see how I'm reading it in German? The same way you write, same way you read. Okay, there's no difference. Okay, not like English, you write B-U-S, but it becomes bus, but in German, bus. Yeah, same way. So what you write, same you read. Okay, so die Kartoffel, die Karotte, carrot, die Zwiebel, onion, der Knoblauch, garlic, der Salat, salad, die Tomate, tomato, die Gurke, cucumber. These things, once you visit, German shops, okay, you will see this every single day, so you will remember it. But for now, just see this again and again and memorize it. It's very important. Okay, and more words you see written, you will remember it forever. Yeah. So these are very easy now for me because I have seen this in German shops. Okay, every single day. So it becomes easy. In the beginning, might be a little bit, mind-boggling. That's so many words, but these are pretty simple words. Okay. So die Gurke, okay, cucumber, die Gurke, and then die Paprika, bell pepper, okay, die Paprika, okay, and then die Milch is milk, yeah, and then der Käse. See, cheese is masculine in German, der Käse, and then die Butter, okay, die Butter, butter. Next, let's move to 155. This is also what we have already seen. Das Ei is egg, and then das Brot, bread, das Wasser, water, der Saft, juice, der Saft, juice, and tea, what you drink daily, is also masculine, der Tee, but read it as Tee, der Tee, that is tea, and der Kaffee. See, tea and coffee both are masculine, der Tee and der Kaffee. And then we have cafe, coffee, you see, but it is read as cafe, yeah, der Kaffee. And then we have die Suppe, soup, yeah, das Fleisch. We have already seen this word before, das Fleisch. So it's not basically 200 also, many are repeating here. So das Fleisch, meat, okay, while I would have accumulated, I would have this repeated, yeah, so maybe because of that. Okay, das Hansen, chicken. I told you that when you have this in some classes, I would have told you already, ending with sen, this becomes, neutral gender. Yeah, always Madsen, das Hansen. Okay, and generally chicken. Yeah, das Rindfleisch. Rindfleisch, beef. Yeah, das Rindfleisch. And then we have das Schweinefleisch, that is pork. Yeah, das Schweinefleisch. And then der Fisch, that is fish. Yeah. Let's move to 167. We have seen this before. Die Kartoffel, potato, die Kartoffel, potato, der Reis, der Reis, die Nudeln, Pasta, noodles, right? Das Öl, yeah, Öl, okay, oil, that is das neutral, you see. You don't have to miss these, gender. Might be a different task compared to other languages, but in German, this is how it is. So if you forget the article, as I said in the beginning, then every sentence that you make will be wrong in German. That's important. This is, yeah. That's why I'm, uh, emphasizing this article more and more. And we will see how more and more about these articles in next classes, how these can impact, the sentence. Okay. Next is der Asses, the vinegar, der Asses. And then we have der sugar. Yeah, der Zucker. See, it is similar sound, der Zucker. Then das Salz. Okay, that is salt. Yes, salts. Next, let's move to 174. We are nearing the list. Okay, so der Pfeffer, pepper, das der Pfeffer. And then das Frühstück. This one you will hear every single day, right? So breakfast, das Frühstück. Yeah, Frühstück. And then das Mittagessen. See, this is combination of Mittag and Essen. So always the gender will be decided by the last one. Yeah, see? Essen. So das Essen. So this is das Mittagessen. That is lunch. And then again here also Essen, right? So the gender is das. Okay? Because Essen is always das. So this is das Abendessen. So that is dinner. Das Abendessen, dinner. And then there's snack. Same, but a masculine one. That you have to remember. All right, then das Getränk, drinks. Okay, so Coke and all that, the drinks are called das Getränk. And then we have das Restaurant. Okay, restaurant. And then das Cafe. Die Stadt. City is called die Stadt. And then we have village. Okay, so that is das Dorf, village, das Dorf. Let's move to 184. So country in German is called das Land. So don't confuse it with land in English. Okay, the meaning is country. Okay, das Land is country. And then we have der Platz. Okay, the place in that you sit and all, that is called Platz, der Platz. And die Straße, okay, street, die Straße, street. And then we have die Brücke, bridge, der Park, so park, der Park, remember that. Same way, der Garten, that we have seen already, garden is called der Garten. So in German, you will see that whatever you have in English, de, it will be te, okay, and the word will be similar. So garden is Garten, der Garten, and some will be same, der Park. So der Wald, okay, Wald, forest, der Wald, forest. Then der Berg, mountain, der Berg, and the Tal, valley. This also we have seen. So I think it's many are repeating, so it's easy for you. Das Tal, valley. Okay, der Berg, mountain. Now we are reaching to the end. So das Meer. Okay, sea, das Meer. Der Fluss, we have already seen river. Der See, lake. Yeah, der See. And then we have die Insel, Insel. Okay, island. Die Insel. And then das Wetter. This also we have seen, right? Weather. Die Sonne, sun. Die Sonne. Der Mond, moon. Yeah, just many we have already seen. Yeah, so it should be quite easy to memorize these words. So when we go to next class, this will be really important, because when I make sentences, many words you will see from here. Okay, so der Stern, so star, der Stern, star. Hope you have really liked this. Okay, and you will memorize it hopefully, and revise again and again, and we'll meet again in next class with how to form sentence using these words, because this will be pretty useful, and we will learn some verbs also, so that we can make some sentences. Like, for example, if I say I go, so what is I is, what is go, gehen. So these small sentences, when you know both is I, gehen is go, then we can make sentences, right? Is yeah, good guest, yeah, we again. So this is very simple when you know these basic words. Yeah, so we'll learn about further words in next classes. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed, and let's meet in the next class. Thank you. Bye bye.